in the house this morning. Good morning, BTC Backpacker. Muslim Bitcoiner says, MicroStrategy earnings and election. I'm geeking out the next 2 weeks. It's going to be a big 2 weeks, and it's going to be an even bigger 365 days ahead of us here. It's exciting. It's I remember 4 years ago today, or not, around this time 4 years ago. And when I saw that the pipe had burst and somehow the Democrats had won that election, a guy with dementia and the least popular, whatever you call them, congressperson in history, Kamala and Joe, have won, I knew we were in a lot of trouble. And I was like, I don't know how we're going to wait 4 years. I don't know how we're going to get through these 4 years, but we did. And Bitcoin was a big part of that for me. But now it's like we're here. Everything is lining up for not only a win, but like an absolute abomination of the Democrats. They might not even have a party after this election. The Democrat Party might no longer exist after this election. But we're here. It's exciting. And the guy who we're cheering for is a Bitcoiner. And we're going to talk about, I called this one the best of truly yet to come, because it is. They spent a lot of that rally last night focused on the economy. And I've been watching a lot of Trump's rallies, and he kind of bounces all over the place talking about, Crooked Hillary, Comrade Kamala, Sleepy Joe. He's got names for everybody. He talks about the border. He talks about everything. But the last night's focus, and it seems like the last couple of weeks, he's been really focused on the economy. And so it's exciting. He's a Bitcoiner. I know lots of people don't think that he is, but he definitely is a Bitcoiner. And he's been talking about getting rid of federal income taxes. It's been a hot topic for him. He kind of came out with no tax on tips, and then no tax on Social Security, and then no tax on overtime. And he just keeps piling this on. And then it finally went to no federal income taxes, period. And they've been talking about, everybody on his team, everybody in support of Trump, everybody at his rallies have been talking about how it was before income taxes were, and how America, that was the greatest time of abundance in their history. It was before they had income taxes in the 1880s and 1890s, I think. And so they're not just like blowing smoke here. Like this is a very well thought out plan. And the one thing, just on this note, I know we're kind of bouncing over the place here, but the one thing I did see on the weekend, and I'm going to play the clip of it after in the second part of the show here in about 5 minutes, but it was RFK. And he was talking about how the last Trump administration, Trump had no idea what he was doing. He took in a lot of donor money, and with the donor money comes restrictions. So people have been questioning the people that he had on his team for the first term for forever now. But I didn't even put the two together. It makes sense if he had donor money coming in to try to help his campaign, because he's not a career politician. Remember that. So all of these have restrictions with them. Someone would donate $5 million and say, here's $5 million for your campaign, but you have to make this person, put them in this position. And so what RFK said was that he didn't do that this time around. And he's actually been, for the last 3 months, he's been building up his transition team, making up of RFK, Elon Musk, Tulsi, and people we don't know about yet. But they've been building this transition team for the last 3 months, privately funded. Keep that in mind, because that's very important. Privately funded. That means that whoever Trump and the team want to put in there, they have the ability to do that. Nobody's sending in money from corporations, from the big corps, and saying you have to put this person in to get our money. All privately funded. On that note, one thing that really surprised me, here, let me bring it up. One thing that really surprised me last night, I couldn't believe this, was Walmart. They showed a chart of Trump's donors. See if I can find it here. Maybe I forget where I shared it. But anyways, it showed the list of donors from both sides, for the Democrats and for Trump, or the Republicans. And I couldn't believe some of the names that were on Trump's side. I mean, you look at the Democrats. It was like, who was it? Microsoft, Apple, Google was the biggest one. Like way above and beyond anything that Trump received. But Walmart was number 2 for Trump. I think it was American Airlines. And then Walmart was their second biggest donor to Trump. And I've kind of just been, for the last couple of years, ever since the pandemic, I've always just kind of been assuming that Walmart was the bad guys. But that was interesting to me. So needless to say, I'm going to be doing a little bit more support of Walmart. And I've always liked Walmart because their prices are so cheap. You go to Walmart and then you go to somewhere else and it's about half the price of Walmart. So anyways, Walmart is back. This is my official endorsement of Walmart. Cheers to Walmart. Trump said he's 56 days without a break. Could you imagine? Could you imagine?